Hello everyone and welcome to the PGN channel. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Today we're going to be doing a top 5. Now this top 5 is going to be games that have died or is pretty much dead now. And I have to say some of them I do miss dearly. Some of them I am really annoyed with. And I'm still am to this day. So let's get on with the video. So we're coming down to number 5, and this game is called Radical Heights. Now, back then, when it first came out as an early access, it was damn bloody good. It was so much fun. The fact that, like, it was a third and first person, and it had that retro Smash TV and the Running Man film style game. It was all set in 80s, and you could ride BMXs and get guns, earn cash as well, do random little mini fun TV show style. And even if you like became like top 5 or top 3, you'd still get money, and those money can either be used by getting new like vanity clothes and stuff, or in the world itself. And when I say like that, it's not really kind of pay to win, it's just you have to earn. And you can still find like rarity of weapons and high grade weapons, but if you wanted a shortcut, then you'd spend that money on that. The problem is with the game is the company Boss Key Productions, they decide to end cut ties with their business and just ended it. So that made Radical Heights just completely a bliss. However, the guy that was who did the voice of Rick and Morty back then, got the rights for Radical Heights. So people were really hyped up. Even I was, but unfortunately nothing came to it. So bit of a shame because it was really fun. So we're coming up to number 4, and number 4 was called The Cycle. Now, this game was exciting. It was adrenaline rush worthy. It was just everything. It was a PvP PvE game, and it was a good game because I haven't played a game like that in a very long time. It had a lot of fun style, battle royale-ish style with missions to do and contracts to complete. But when the time runs out, you better get your ass down to the center and try and get out alive. You could either team up with other people you could find, so you could ask the guy to join you to help do the contract, or you could just do solo, which I normally do. And back then, it had a truly amazing community. Everyone looked out for each other, even for the little guys like myself as a small content creator. Even the devs were supporting small creators. Now, this is where the game turned sour, because they decided to close down the cycle and made it a game called The Cycle Frontier. So they completely like took away all that element and just turned it into a Tarkov game. So this is where I think the game just died and people just gave up. The first one was the mechanics. Because it was a Tarkov, it was a lot slower. You didn't have that kind of power-ups and all the funky stuff. And also, this is my thought, it couldn't be that, but like for me, I felt like they added a community manager and they separated all the content creators. So they put all the high paid content creators like Dr. Disrespect and all that on their like face of the cycle, and the little guys like myself just kind of was in a corner with the Tarkov style and how it being slow. It was just kind of, yeah, I liked it, but unfortunately it just decided to die and they separated from making more games. Hopefully I really hope they could bring Cycle back. So coming down to number 3 was Cruisin Royale. Now, god damn it, that game was incredible. I had such a great time on it. I really played the living hell out of it. I had so much fun every day on my stream playing. Basically, your classic battle royale, but the thing is, the loading was just instant. It was great. And all the weapons were World War I weapons, and your body armor was frying pans. And in order to get health back, you had to eat different type of cuisine food. It was hilarious. It was great. And I had no fault in it. Until a few years later, they decided to add these spray things where you could summon and do power-up things. That was mini okay, but they decided to get a little bit more crazy with spraying, and getting a zombie army. And this is where the game just killed it. With the bots aside, the main one was the characters. So they decided to add special powers to the characters. Oh yeah, that might be cool. However, it was game breaking. It was literal game breaking because, say for instance, there was one character that could just teleport right behind you when you're in the mid-combat and just shoot you from behind. Literally, you'll be across the field, seeing them, shooting them, and then they'll just zoom back right behind you and mess you up. And there was other characters that could like have a bowling, like loads of boulders, and you'd shoot him and he wouldn't take any damage, but he could shoot back and kill you. What makes it worse is each character like that, they charge £17.99 for it. A whopping £17.99. Not just for multiple characters, for one character. Actually, I just found out they decided to discount the prices now from £17 to almost £9. And still, that's pretty bad. And with the spray thing, it would just kill the game. It really did. I lost faith in that game. A game I dearly loved, and they just completely rat-ass broke it and just destroyed the game, and now is being greedy. Such a scummy thing to do. Now coming up to the next one with another scummy thing to do was a game called Against All Odds. Now let's talk about Against All Odds because this game had a lot of potential. If you played Doritos Crash Course or Happy Wheels, it was a combined both of those. Your basic concept, run, parkour, and race to the finish. You could play up to, I think it's like 4 players, and you could do party mode with your friends online, which was great, and then you could either go online. Another cool feature was the fact that you could make your own levels for your friends, and that was fun. Also, there was customizations of characters, season pass, which was very mild and good. Now here's where it went south. Really bad. So there was a lot of bug fixes that needed fixing. The developer never bothered with that. Another thing is he decided to remove the multiplayer completely from the game. One of the key features of enjoying a little party game, especially a game like that, and Doritos Crash Course could take that as an example, was to have a little bit of fun with the multiplayer. And here is the real kicker. He just, after a few months of the game out for free for everyone, it being, you know, getting okay, he decided to just remove the multiplayer, didn't do the bug fixes, also removed Twitter. He's removed his own bloody page and is now charging nearly almost £4 for the game now. So no multiplayer, no bug fixes, charging £4. Oh, that was such a scummy thing. And now we're coming up to the final game that died, and trust me, they are reviving it. However, let's just talk about Worlds Adrift. Now, Worlds Adrift was a game that you and your friends would build a ship and fly around to different islands and discover new things, which was great. I think it also had PvP and also, you know, your PvE. It was great. You could, like, once you build your ship, you could use your hook shot, fly around, like, you know, like swing around, which was great. Now, the game was going pretty well. Like, the game was doing pretty well. The Kickstarter, we even all did a Kickstart backup for it. Things were all right. Then out of bloody nowhere, the company decided to just shut the game down. Just goodbye, you know, no returns, do not have your money back, even though there's an early access. And that was that. I honestly did kick off a little bit at them, which at the time I thought, you know what, I think I feel bad at just having to go at them and then having exchange arguments with them. Now I don't regret it because there's a new game coming out called Lost Skies, which is exactly like Worlds Adrift. Look, it is Worlds Adrift, and I feel like not a lot of people know about Worlds Adrift, and if they do, and if they're a sucker for rebuying Lost Skies, then you are a sucker, because I ain't even gonna touch that game. I ain't even gonna throw my hands at it. I just, if they said on announcement that they may bring it out in the future, or they're gonna have to stop and work on it, or I just don't know, man. Like, how dare you do that, dude? Like, come on. The game had a really good potential. Who knows? Lost Skies might be good for new players, but for myself, I just don't want to like swing that way and be a prostitute for that company and just give my money away. And that is my video of the top 5 that's either lost its way or died. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you know any other games that you've played and it's a shame that they've either died or just got greedy, please put it in the comments down. I would love to know. And yes, that is it. Please subscribe to the PGN channel because we've got lots more coming and we are all working very hard on entertaining you guys. So without further ado, Cornish signing out. You take care and have a wonderful day.